All right, stop scrolling. I just watched a video that's absolutely blowing up right now. A woman filmed herself in her car crying after getting fired from her job. And look, I'm human. My first instinct was sympathy. Losing a job is devastating. The financial panic, the embarrassment, it's rough. But then I actually listened to what she said, and we need to talk about this. Let me play you what she says right at the beginning.
I just got fired. I haven't gotten fired since I was a fucking teenager. And it was because of me calling out of work and being late.
Okay, stop right there. She got fired for being late and calling out. Her own words. Not once, not an isolated incident, a pattern of behavior serious enough to warrant termination. Now listen to this part.
And I loved that job. I loved that job. And I just said to my manager, I said, why couldn't you have emailed me and told me I was coming close to this? I'm like, you know that this is a shock.
Why couldn't you have emailed me and told me I was coming close to this? I'm sorry, what? Let me make sure I heard that correctly. She wants her manager to email her to remind her that showing up to work on time is required. Are you kidding me? You are an adult with a job. You don't need a warning notification like some kind of app reminding you to drink water. Hey, Sarah, just a friendly reminder that being on time is part of your employment agreement. No, that's not how the real world works. You know when you're late. You know when you're calling out repeatedly. You don't need a heads-up email to understand that this is a problem. And I loved that job. I loved that job. She says she loved that job, and I want to believe her. But here's my question. Did you love it enough to actually show up? Because love without action is just words. If I told you I love pizza, but then refused to ever eat pizza, you'd call me a liar, right? Same principle. Let's talk about something she doesn't mention, her coworkers.
But this is a reminder that you were disposable. I just trained somebody new, so now that they have the new trainee, they're fine, right?
And my coworker who I just trained, he was shocked. Yeah, he was shocked. You know why? Because he showed up. He did his job. And now he's watching someone get fired for not doing the basic minimum. But here's what really gets me. Every single time she was late, someone else had to cover. Every time she called out, someone else's day got harder. Their workload got heavier. Where's their video? Where's the TikTok from the employee who's been picking up the slack for months saying, I'm exhausted? Exactly. She calls herself disposable. But that's not what happened here. The company didn't throw away a good employee, they replaced an unreliable one. And she literally admits she just trained someone new. You think that timing is coincidental? No. They identified a problem and they solved it. They brought in someone they could count on. That's not cruelty, that's business. Look, if your car broke down every single week, would you keep it? Or would you get a reliable one? Same logic applies to employment. Companies need people who show up. Here's the thing that really seals it for me. I haven't gotten fired since I was a teenager, and it was because of calling out of work and being late.
I haven't gotten fired since I was a fucking teenager. And it was because of me calling out of work and being late.
So this has happened before, when she was younger, for the exact same reason. At what point do you look in the mirror and say, maybe Maybe I'm the common denominator here. I get it. Life is hard. Cars break down. Kids get sick. Mental health struggles are real. I'm not saying there's never a valid reason to be late or call out. But when it becomes a pattern, when it's happening so frequently that you get fired, that's not bad luck. That's a choice.
I tried to call my mom, but she didn't pick up. So now I'm making this video. And I loved my manager. I loved her. Now I'm like concerned about money. I just spent so much money yesterday. So now I'm thinking about money. This is all I have to wipe my tears right now. And my coworker who I just trained, like I was talking about, he was shocked. He was like, when I came out because they were like, do you want us to go get your belongings? Like I was like too embarrassed to go or something. And I was like, no. I was like, I can go get it. Look at that. Crazy. Wow. My birthday is this month. It's October 8th right now. And my birthday is October 25th. And I'm unemployed. It's my golden year. I'm turning 25 on the 25th. They're like, we're paying you for the full 8 hours. I was like, wow, thanks. I said, I don't care. I said, don't pay me for the full 8 hours. Don't care. Don't pay me for the day. I said, I don't care. I was clearly upset. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to make this video because I don't have anyone to talk to right now.
Now let's address this. Now I'm like concerned about money. I just spent so much money yesterday, not knowing I'd be unemployed today. And I feel for that anxiety, I really do. But here's the hard truth. Maybe you should have thought about financial stability before establishing a track record of unreliability. Actions have consequences. That's not corporate evil. That's just, well, reality. My birthday is this month. My birthday is October 25th. I'm turning 25 on the 25th. Her golden birthday is coming up. That does suck. Bad timing. But you know what? The world doesn't pause consequences because your birthday is coming. Bills don't stop. Rent doesn't pause. Life keeps moving. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have anyone to talk to right now. She apologizes to the camera. She says she's making this video because she has no one to talk to. And look, I get the impulse to seek support, But here's what I don't see in this entire 5-minute video: accountability, self-reflection, taking responsibility. It's all about how she feels, how she's hurt, how the company didn't warn her. Never once does she say, I messed up. Never once does she acknowledge that maybe, just maybe, this was preventable. So, here's my message, not just to her, but to everyone watching. Grow up, show up, do your job, or accept the consequences when you don't. Nobody owes you a warning for basic job expectations. Nobody owes you unlimited chances, and nobody owes you a job if you can't fulfill the most fundamental requirement: being there. That's the real talk. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Am I being too harsh, or is this exactly what people need to hear? And if you want more no BS takes like this, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.